I
Okay.
know. Okay, we're live. Hello, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. This is a show that me and Kat host. We co-host every single week, and today we have a very special returning guest, which is OxanaLV. Hi, Oksana. How are you?
Hi guys. Thank you for
Looks so
inviting.
good. So it's been a while since we saw you. When was
Yeah,
that?
I think almost 2 years ago. Not
No,
quite,
one
but
year. It was one year, but it was a little bit over one year because I
yeah,
tried to invite you back, but then you had something going on, so
yeah,
you were busy, you couldn't come
Mm.
on. And
yeah,
then I was like, I kept you at the back of my mind, and then we saw that you traveled a lot. We have so
yes,
many
Yeah.
questions.
yes, yes. I travel a lot. Last 2 years, I don't spend my winters in Canada. No winters in Canada no more. I know,
Wow.
I know. I'm going to Europe, to Spain. In fact, just the south of Spain. It's already this year. Also, if God wills it, everything is going to be well. This winter, I plan again to go to Spain for another 2.5 months, close to 3 months. Let's see. Maybe go again to Paris.
Is
Let's see.
that something
Wow.
that you decided recently, or is
Um, See, because there is some changes in my life. I work as a real estate, but mostly not as resell real estate. I mostly work with the builder.
um,
And because of the COVID, when the COVID hits, we still work a little bit, then we closed for a while because, there is all the constructions were closed. People not supposed to go to offices, like, mask and all that stuff. And then we sold subdivision completely, thanks God, with all the difficulties because, the COVID, like, all the difficulty
yeah.
of closing houses. But we sold the subdivision, we closed the subdivision. And then we're supposed to open new subdivision. But then what happened right now, in real estate, the prices are dropping, the rates are going up, the cost of the construction is going up. So literally for the builder, it's not reasonable to build because if
Mm,
you're going to include, because often people think like, oh, when it comes to construction, what is the cost of the construction? Oh, the cost is this much and that's about it. They don't take into consideration you still have to buy land or pay developer to develop that land because you often get raw land. You have to bring all the communications, to that sewers, electric, like gas, you name it,
yeah.
roads. You have to build the new roads. And then with the city, you need to get full approval. And previously, the cost of that approval, I'm talking about the paperwork, the stamps were much lower. But right now, the cost of the city, to get all the permits, then cost of the construction and everything, it's literally doesn't make sense, for the builder to build because it's all the profit. And often, like as I said, when people come into me, like the customers, and they go, oh, builders, they're making so much money. And I always say, listen, if they're not going to make money, they're not going to employ all
Well,
these people.
yeah.
Mm.
Keep in mind how many people are involved just in one transactions: lawyer, mortgage broker, appraisal, construction people. Can you imagine all the trades, including me also, like, everybody in the office? It's like an enormous amount of people, the work you give for all the people, like, feeding family, etc.
Yeah.
And if there is no profit, why would you go to all this hassle? And for the
Mm.
last 2 years, they kind of put in a break. Should we go again? They were just recently contacting me saying that the new subdivision should come soon, hopefully. But honestly, I'm kind of got lazy. I'm not even sure if I want to go back to full-time work, because it's so much work,
Mm.
7 days a week. But that's, what's happening. And because the last 2 years, I kind of had almost break, pause. I had some resale, like, listing friends of mine here and there, but not as active, and especially in real estate. Usually, like, the winter months when it's snow, especially in Toronto, we are like in
Yeah.
deep freeze and snow. Who wants to
Yeah.
go and look at the houses? Nobody,
Yeah.
at least not me. I don't even want to show.
I don't want to go outside.
Exactly.
Mm.
And I kind of like said, okay, you know what? Let me travel. Let me see.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been in Europe, and I did a little bit of research. It's also like, you know, I'm doing a little bit of research, keeping in mind maybe potentially retiring somewhere in Europe. In
Wow.
in more like kind of warmer climate. It's not set in stone yet, but maybe maybe there is a potential. And right now also in Spain, previously they had several visas. One of them is, they call it non-lucrative. It means when you have enough financial support and you can show that you have enough financial support to live there, they kind of let you in. Kind of first it's for 1 year, and then they extend it for 3 years, for another 2 years, and then for another 2. And after 5, you can actually even apply for residency, meaning like you can become a resident, and in another 5 years you can get a passport. I'm not after the passport per se, Spanish passport, but just like, you know, nice place to live. But in this year, I think beginning of 2024 or end of 2023, if I'm not mistaken, they also include digital nomad visa. It's actually very, it's very nice. You can remotely work as long as you can show, like, for example, you guys are in IT. My husband is in IT. So, for example, you can show that you can remotely work, let's say for Canadian or Singapore or Malaysia company, but you can live there. You know, and they give visa right away. They give visa for 3 years, and then for another 2 years, and then you can get residency. I'm still kind of touching water, potentially, like, you know, of what I can do over there, even potentially maybe some in real estate, or even helping people with the relocation, because I love country. I love people. People are so kind. I love food. Wine is so cheap over there. Honestly, guys, wine
cheaper
is
than water.
Cheaper
than water. That's what I heard.
Say.
Yeah, if you're gonna order, like, you know, bottle of Dasani water, it's more expensive than glass of wine. Yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah.
Oh, that is so great to hear. I mean, it's you don't hear it super often when people start moving to like a whole different place and almost completely change your lives. So I guess if you were to move, are you going to move with your family, right? But I guess your daughters will stay behind, or what?
I mean, it's nothing set in stone yet.
Okay.
We are not even know for sure that we're gonna go. It
Yeah.
just, for now, I'm just enjoying my winters in Spain, and that's about it. For now, it's just a Spain and winter, and also I travel to Paris when I'm there.
Yeah.
But we will see. My daughter, definitely, she is a Canadian girl. It's me who came and immigrated to Canada.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I always say I'm just like, you know, one pass visitor.
Nomad.
Exactly. But yeah, of course, my daughter, she's Canadian, and she definitely gonna be staying here, maybe visiting. But that's what she said. She said, like, oh, guys, if you're gonna move into Spain, isn't that cool? I can always come and visit you, you know.
Yeah.
Mediterranean Sea, beautiful weather. Why not? Why not? Yeah. But it's a big dream. It's as I said, nothing set in stone yet, but it might be happening. Like, you know, you have to dream big. Why not? Why not?
Definitely.
Love it.
Well, and oh, sorry, go ahead, Kat.
No, I say I love it because it's such a big move. Like to think about, like, if I'm trying to think about retiring at, say, Australia, the chill, or New Zealand. I cannot even imagine it. So I'm definitely gonna stick in Asia.
But see, the point is, if you really look at it, because for me, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be pretty much already third immigration, because when I left the Soviet Union, when the Soviet Union crashed, I didn't come to Canada right away. The first, I went to Dubai. I stayed and worked in Dubai for 5 years. At that time, Dubai was way smaller than it is right now. Right now, it's all like, you know, mega luxury and everything. At that time, it was a little bit different. But that's what I said. It was my first move. I was in Dubai for 5 years, actually a little bit more. And then when I worked at the Dubai, I applied for my visa to Canada, to immigrate.
Mhm.
And that's how I came to Canada. And that's how it's happening. and this
Wow.
time, if it's gonna happen, that's what I said. It's not my first rodeo. I'm already like, okay, bring it on. What, Spain, France? You just let me in.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to see your progress. But I also, because this whole channel and this whole like our topics is usually related to luxury, we saw that you've been getting some quota bags. So I think there were some questions from the members and from the audience. So we'll pull up some of the questions that we already got from Instagram. But then of course the live audience, feel free to type in your questions, and then we'll kind of try to manage and pull from both sides. So, okay, without going into any particular order, we'll just go for Joe's question. Overjoyed, what Hermes bags would you buy from your home store, Paris, and the secondhand market? I guess it's more kind of like general. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah. See, when it comes to my local boutique right now, frankly, after I got my golden gold Birkin 30 in Epsom leather, I didn't visit even once boutique. It's it's more than a year. I don't shop at my local boutique at all. I had like few items over the website, but that's about it. Because I mean, I'm not saying that any essays are bad or anything, but because I guess our boutique is so small, an amount of the handbags, they get so small, and the demand is so big. So literally to get any handbag right now in our local boutique, it's literally almost impossible. And what's most upsetting, I would say, I think in Asia, I heard from somebody, at least they kind of straightforward with you. They say like, hey, you know what, spend 20,000, you're going to get this kind of bag. I don't know. And you can comment on it if it's true or not. But in Toronto, it's kind of like, you never know. And you're kind of at the mercy of this essay. And I'm not saying anything, but at the end of the day, they just salespeople, but they treat you sometimes like, with such a disrespect. And I'm like, I think I'm okay for now with my local boutique, because like, if let's say hypothetically I could go and get it, then maybe, but I know for a fact it's not gonna happen. And I'm not willing to spend anything like, drastic on pre-spent right now. Absolutely no. Like, I'm not willing to do anything like that. If it comes to Paris, if this time I'm gonna go to Paris, like the last time I was there, I was trying to get Kelly 25, but it didn't happen because I was asking for something in gray, and I said ideally I want it in kind of cooler tone gray, but they said if it's going to be available also in a tube, I will get a tube as well. But there was nothing available in the gray, and I don't want to get something, I don't know, lime green. Not that it's not beautiful color, but it's not the color that I normally wear. And if I want to spend this much money, I want to get something that I will wear. You know what I mean? And it didn't happen. And then, like, as I said, they asked me what your other option, and I said the Constance. I want to get Constance. And funny enough, after I got my Constance, and after I wear it already, honestly, if I'm gonna go right now, and I still gonna ask for Kelly 25, but honestly, I'm not even sure if I want at this point. I definitely would ask for Constance. I love Constance because it's such a practical bag, and easy bag to use, and you're not even grabbing so much attention, I would say, when you're wearing Birkin. like I don't even feel comfortable, especially nowadays with economic situation. I kind of trying to keep kind of low key, and that's what I said. If I gonna go and they gonna offer me constant, I was like, yeah, for sure. And from non-quota bag, if they you're asking me in Paris, I definitely want to explore garden party mini garden parties that it's coming. At least I want
the
to
new
see.
one.
Yeah, the new one. I definitely at least want to see how it looks like.
Yeah.
And if it's resale, again, if it's resale, I would buy only large size handbags, only large, because the resale market right now is so good. Like, if it's really bad time to sell right now, if you desperately need money, but if you need to buy, especially if you're not after the mini, because still the only bag I would say is that kind of really holds value, and especially if it's in beautiful color, neutral color, it's definitely mini. Because I noticed even the Kelly 25s, even the Birkin 25s, everything is going down right now, unless if it's literally now it's year 2024 and the bag from year 2024, literally everything, all the possible stickers are there in the most desirable color, etc. Maybe you're gonna pull a good price out of that bag. But if the bag 1-2 years old, and even if it's Kelly 25, Birkin 25, you're not gonna get the premium right now. And that's what I said. If you want to buy a Birkin 30, especially if you want to buy a Birkin 35 for work, especially if, let's say, we always right now after the smaller bags, but keep in mind, you're very, very tiny ladies. Like, you know what I mean? Myself, I'm just 5'3". I have a little bit meat on my bones.
Muscle. Yeah, muscles.
But, mostly on average girls, they're like 5'7", 5'6", or even taller. And if you're a little bit of voluptuous, Birkin 35 looks fine. Nothing wrong with, nothing wrong with Birkin 35. Or that's what I said. Even Kelly 32, even Kelly 35, like, as a travel bag. Constance 24, nothing wrong with Constance 24. Right now, you can get really good prices for these handbags, 100%. Yeah, that's what I would buy. I mean, in the local boutique, I don't know. I don't have a good answer because I don't think they want to sell me anything. I will buy Kelly 25, and I don't know, a 10 with gold or rose gold hardware. They're not gonna sell it. Yeah, but if they're not gonna sell it, I'm not gonna buy it. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Great answer. Because I was thinking about it while you were explaining. I was like, yeah, actually, the secondary market, large bags would be the best to buy now. Because if you want to buy a large, say a Kelly 35 or a Birkin 35 from the store, they will force you to do a 1-to-1 pre-spend at least, or some pre-spend, but which is totally ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
Because you can buy a 35 for a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
And
it's like, I think for now you're 35.
Seriously used.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It doesn't worth it at all. And that's what I said. At least, yes, you're doing this ridiculous pre-spend. It doesn't worth it, etc. But at least if you're being treated well, then maybe, you came there, they treat you like a royalty, like, serve you tea, serve you coffee, serve you water. But if they treat you, sorry to say, like a crap, then why? But I don't see, like, see, once again, someone who just starting their journey, it might be different. You want to have that experience, because right now I'm at the stage that I had all experiences. I had my experience in Paris flagship store. I had my experiences at my local boutique. So I'm not craving any longer. I'm kind of all right. I'm not craving that experience, and frankly, nothing special. Frankly, nothing special.
I was thinking more of buying like non-quota bags from the resale market, but you can buy them brand new
Yeah.
for
Even less
I would
then.
yeah, even I mean they will be retail or just a little bit more, and they don't take away any kind of quota numbers from your
Yeah.
store.
Yeah,
So I would buy
exactly.
those non-quota from the
Yeah.
secondary. But yeah, I forgot about those large bags as well.
Yeah, the
Even
large
30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like 35s, especially 35, but even 30 sometimes,
Even
depending on the
30.
color, the year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's literally the retail price.
Yep.
It's literally.
It's lower.
100%.
Well, I guess because in America it's still not like Asia, because in America like most of our like good consignment or even the resellers, they will charge closer to retail, which is still way better than having to spend even one-to-one in store for
True.
a larger size, since you're basically just paying the retail, right? Sure, someone else owned it, but I I think for a large bag, you're really wanting to use it, right? It's not like your small ones where you're kind of keeping them pristine for special occasions, whatnot. I do wonder though, if someone like, because you've had your experience, such as we all had our home store experience. It also kind of happened during the pandemic years. But if you didn't have that, let's say you were kind of new, how would you answer this question very quickly?
So you mean if I didn't have the boutique experience?
Yeah.
And if I still want to buy something from my local boutique,
Yeah.
right? If I didn't know anything about any, then I want to get my Birkin 30. I want to get my Birkin 30, either black with gold or palladium. I okay with palladium or golden gold. The ones that I got. And it's funny enough, I really love Birkin in Epsom leather. Because like often, when we talk about Birkin, it's always Togo. And I tried Birkin in Togo when I was in Paris, Birkin 25 in Togo. They always bring orange color. I don't know why. Yeah, they always bring orange color. And
Orange color.
yeah, always. I don't know why. If you want to try Kelly or Birkin, they always bring orange. But I mean, maybe because it's a house color.
Classic color.
Yeah, exactly. So, and frankly, I love it. I'm not saying that I don't like the Togo. It also has its own unique charm, and because the leather is so plush and beautiful. But I find that it's my personal experience. Anytime I get anything in Epsom, it's the bag that stays in my collection, and I really love it, and I really wear it because I'm not stressing out of scratches or anything, and it's so light. Because even if you try Birkin 30 in Togo or Clemence, for that matter, Clemence
is heavy.
Exactly. But if you try it in Epsom, it's so light. It's pretty much, if you're going to get Birkin 30 in Epsom and Birkin 25 in Togo, it's almost identical. Like, how, yeah, it's so light. And that's what I said. Because I love Birkin 25, but, those handles, such a headache. I don't know.
It's small even for us, so I
It's
know why you like
crazy.
Epsom, because I'm similar. I think because we both live in Canada and we have the Canadian winter, like really harsh Canadian winters.
Exactly.
It's really hard to, I mean, also the weight, right? But it's really hard to get any other leathers that are not immediately more resistant to light wear and tear. Not anything super crazy scratch, right? Like obviously those are not gonna, it's not even going to be good on full grain leather. But I feel like for us, it's easy to just kind of just wipe it off quickly, and Epsom is really good for that reason.
Zero headache, literally zero headache. Love, love, love all my Epsom handbags. And I know quite often people say, oh, Epsom looks plasticky. To be honest,
plasticky. I'm like,
plasticky. It's matte.
I remember my first experience when I get offer of my Kelly 28 at my local boutique, and I remember I even have like, on videotape, like, on my cell phone. And I remember it was my first essay. The guy is no longer with Hermes. And I remember when he pulled that Kelly for the first time, I was like happy, but literally like, oh my gosh. I didn't like it at all. I was literally underwhelmed. Like, you're supposed to be overwhelmed with the handbag, because the handbag, when you first time see it, then you learn to appreciate. The construction is so simple. And the leather, when you buy Epsom from brand new from the boutique, it almost looks like a dusty, like almost like a kind of dusty sheen on top of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, kind of like, oh my gosh, what is it? But I was still like, oh, it's so pretty. I like it. And then maybe he somehow like read my expression on the face. He goes like, oh, don't worry, it's gonna get softer, and it's gonna get that like it will get that patina.
Yeah.
And right now I can see all my Epsom handbags, because I use them. They literally get so soft, and they get that shine, like, like I love it. And also I notice when they're brand new, like, those stamping, it's so rigid. But when you wear it and use it, it almost gets like more smoother. It's actually even in the description of the leather that on the corners and eventually in the area where you use the most, it gets kind of like more smooth.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah.
I love it. I love the leather. I think, I know people quite often say, oh,
I'm trying to imagine my wallet. Well, it's a wallet for me. It's the Calvi Duo, because I'm like thinking, yeah, it's kind of softer, it's kind of smoother, because you use it a lot, right? And that's in Epsom.
Yeah. Anything I have in Epsom, I use it. Anything.
Yeah.
Like,
but I have to agree, it is kind of indestructible if you compared to, say, obviously like Box or Swift. It has a bit more leeway when you use it, because it's not so precious.
It's not so temperamental to weather, especially wetness, especially for us, right? Our snow, rain.
You don't stress about the rain or anything.
But if you're in Spain, would Epsom still be?
Yes,
I'm just kidding.
Okay, thank you for that. So we'll answer the next question from T. Gabez. Are you all satisfied? I think this question is for all of us. Are you all satisfied with your collections currently? Is your Hermes journey over?
Yes. In the store, it's like, no, I'm not chasing it like crazy anymore. But is the bag collection over? I'm still, no, sorry, it's not over. I still need one more bag. I still need one more Birkin 25 in my Itan.
Okay, you want the gray color. Like, I don't mind to get gray color as well. Say, if you see, even it's not just me or you, or like, there's almost 90% of any Hermes lovers right now across the YouTube and everywhere, they kind of a little bit calming down, because previously it was never like that crazy pre-spend. It was always 1-to-1 or even less if you have good essay. Right now 3-to-1, sometimes 3.5. It's ridiculous. And then you have to wait 2 years for one bag. It's getting beyond. And I always say, I love Hermes, don't get me wrong, but say, if I'm going to get an example, let's say travel to Paris. You want to go to Paris. Paris is beautiful. You've been there. Okay, you want second time. It's still beautiful. But for you, it's just the fun. But there is a hard-die fans who love to live in Paris through all the hustle and bustle and bad traffic and bad weather, whatever. They will never leave Paris. The same things with Hermes. There is people that just love Hermes, no matter what, no matter headache, no matter disrespect, they just love brand. I love brand, but I love myself a little bit more. So like if they disrespect. So the question is, which bag I still want to get, right? if that's the question, if I
Sure.
understood.
Like, are you over yet, or are you,
Um,
not? If not, then yeah.
Say, I'm 100% over chasing at my local boutique. If, let's say, tomorrow, because the sales are getting bad or whatever, like out of blue, because as I said, it's every time in waves. At some point, Hermes was like really high. Now they're getting little bit like, down. Don't get me wrong. They're going down also. And if they're going to call me with the offer, of course I'm going to buy it. But I definitely not chasing from my local boutique, nothing. If I'm gonna go to Paris, and if I'm gonna get an appointment, I definitely, as I said, I want to get something in gray color, and maybe Kelly 25. I mean, like, if they're gonna offer Birkin 25, maybe, but frankly, I don't want to get another Birkin 25. It's beautiful bag, but it's not easy to use. And if Kelly is not available, yeah, I will get Constance, 100%. Like, in a heartbeat, I will get Constance. I think it's such a nice bag, for sure. What about you guys?
For me, it's a Birkin. I've only won one more.
Yeah.
And then I'll take whatever. Like, similar to you, if they suddenly call me and say, "Hi, Kat, there's a bag for you." I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. But if they tell me it's some, I don't know, like mini Evelyn or something, I'll be like, no, I'll buy it from the secondary market.
Exactly.
Yeah, for me, I explained that in previous luxury live shows. I'm kind of not quite like it's over. It's not like that. I definitely was still chasing a couple of more bags, and of course, I just recently got my Constant, so that was nice because I keep hearing, like, everyone tells me, right? Everybody, all the subscribers, friends, you need a Constance, you need a Constance, and then you love the Constance. I get it why, because now that I have it, it is really, really useful.
Yeah.
So easygoing. I can wear it reversed, so you don't show the hardware.
Exactly.
No one's gonna know that it's from Hermes. And I love the strap. It's just so versatile, right? Double ways of wearing it.
Double crossbody.
Yeah. So the Constance for sure was still on my radar, and then there was still one more bag that I still wanted, and I think everyone knows it because I talked about it on my Q&A. I still somehow want another mini Kelly. Not that I'm not satisfied with mine. I am, but just like you want a gray color Kelly 25. I feel like because our wardrobe here, there's a lot of darker colors. I also tend to be more of like a cool tone girl. Like my skin tone's kind of like doesn't always match the creams and the beige and the camels. So although the gold is such an amazing color, it's a very versatile color, but I need something cool tone. I need something even more neutral than that. So that's why I'm still chasing that one more bag, and I don't know when I'll get it because that's like the hardest bag to get. But I think I am feeling what you guys are feeling. Not I think, I know. I'm feeling what you guys are all feeling. Like, very like I love the brand too, but there's one fine line between like, okay, are they gonna am I gonna let them keep treating me that way, and having to spend my fortune there, and like I do it willingly still, of course, but there's a fine line, like at which point do you stop? So that's where I'm kind of at, but yeah, not over, but probably will eventually get there soon. But yeah, they still have me on the hook because I still want another bag, right? So I'm still there. I'm still spending. I'm still shopping. It's hard.
I think for me is to buy. I would still buy from Hermes, but things that I really want, like okay, there's a pair of shoes that I like. But am I gonna? I think if you asked me 2 years ago and that shoe was around, I would go and buy it straight away because I want to build my pre-spend. But I don't have the urge to rush down to the store and buy that shoe straight away. I'm sort of like, yeah, I'll get it when I feel like going shopping at Hermes. So in a way, I don't mind still buying from the store, but it's going to be things that I see on the side or I see on the runway that I'm like, ooh, okay, but I'm not gonna run and buy it because I know that chasing the bag now is it's
Not
like I don't
rewarding.
want that headache,
Yeah.
right? If you want to offer me a bag, okay, yeah, it feels a little bit more it feels a little bit more natural now. And if they don't make the bag offers natural, then it's okay lah. Forget it.
You know, if I may say, right now also I almost feel like totally, like it's almost liberating, you know, you feel so free. You don't have to chase for them, you don't have to beg. Like I feel so free right now that I'm pretty much like over. And that's what I said, like, you know, I get that I satisfied with that urge, like, you know, to have the bag from the boutique, or like, you know, have something in my collection. I'm very happy with my collection right now. And frankly, as I said, and as Kat said, like before I was like constantly searching website, what can I buy, and build my profile. Should I buy this? Should I buy that? Like right now, I don't want to buy it because like, I don't even find some of the items they're good quality, don't get me wrong, but they're not maybe my aesthetic or something. Why do I have to buy? You know, I'm much better with Chanel, you know, aesthetic.
Oh my gosh. I have another beef with Chanel, but we'll get to that. Okay. Sorry. This next question from Angel. Hi, Oksana. What is your top 3 favorite non-quota bags? Love your channel.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I think everybody knows answer to that. My absolute favorite from
She hates it though. This one.
Everybody knows.
What is it?
Della.
See? This one hates it.
I know. And that's
I love that we have like someone who loves it and someone who hates it, and then I'm kind of just in the middle. I don't mind it.
Why, Oksana?
I will explain. Honestly.
Yeah, show and tell.
Because say, for example, you know, when you travel to Europe, people saying, oh, I'm traveling with my Kelly, I travel with my Birkin. But in fact, when they're walking on the street, they are walking, I don't know, with Longchamp or something, because you don't want to get robbed. Plain and simple language. Like, for example, this winter, I'm planning to go to Barcelona. And I know in Barcelona, it's horrible. It's horrible. They literally pulling a bag away from you, etc. And if you're wearing Chanel, everybody knows Chanel. If you're wearing, like, I don't know, Louis Vuitton, everybody knows Louis Vuitton. And I
bring my Hello Kitty bag to Barcelona.
Exactly. And that would be quite all right, you know, up there. But what I love about this bag, like I'm gonna put it like here, that you can see guys better. Is it more visible? Yeah. So what I absolutely love about this bag, first and most, like, you know, there is a back pocket.
Yes, back pocket. Awesome.
Like, for example, if I have actually Costco card here. So for example, like, you know, if you need something like I don't know, Metro Pass or something, especially when I already traveled with it twice. I never went into any trouble because, like, you know, it's so discreet. I love that it's adjustable. I can do crossbody, etc. But I have also another stuff in here. You can see that I'm using the bag. I love this back compartment. Like, you see this back compartment? Yeah, this secret compartment, it's perfect. You can put cash, you can put passport, like, you know, even like, let's say if somebody pulls the bag and everything is shaken down, you can always have your passport and cash back there. You know what I mean? And when I'm traveling, this is my only bag that I feel safe to travel. Because the last time I was traveling also with my Constance, and I traveled with this one, I got also my Chanel mini square. But if I have to go to some place and I'm not sure, you know, how secure area, I always wear this one because it's so sturdy. I absolutely love it. And that's what I said. My first appointment, when I went for my, when I went for my first appointment, at that time, the bag was
Just
hit.
can't.
Yeah, the bag was
The
just
bag.
hit.
I
The,
Yeah, you're so bad.
No. Listen, Cat is actually really bad because I remember Chanel bag.
But
No, Chanel. What was that Chanel?
Gabrielle?
Gabrielle.
Yeah.
Remember Chanel Gabrielle? And I remember Kat keep saying that, oh, when I see the Chanel Gabrielle, I see something else. Do you remember?
no,
that?
this bag. This is the bag that I see something else.
No, I think it was someone else who said that for the Gabrielle, actually.
Did I?
No.
Remember now.
Yeah, but I mean, Kat, I remember she was also saying about Chanel Gabrielle that it looks like almost like feminine product, like, the shape.
It was someone else who said that, actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it does.
It was someone else that said that. It's not Kat. It was not Kat.
Oh, it was not.
It's not me. It's not me. But now that you say it, I'm like, oh my god, it does.
I know who it is, but it's not Kat.
Okay. But my apologies, Kat. It was not you. But what I'm trying to say, I know maybe somebody find this shape is not appealing, but I actually like it. And I will tell you what, because the same things with Louis Vuitton twist, they have that almost kind of curvy at the bottom.
Yeah, the wave.
Like the wave, I actually love it because this is truly unique. Like what I'm trying to say, Birkin, yes, it's beautiful, but it's just a tote bag. Kelly, yes, it's beautiful, but it's just a trapezoid. Nothing really special. Nothing that you would say, oh, this is the fashion house has the only bag that like nobody else has this bag. Nobody else. And that's what I love about this bag. And I remember when I had my first appointment in Paris, because at that time, this bag just came to the market. Yeah. And I wore this bag. They were like, oh, like, right away, somebody who truly appreciate, like, house, when you're not chasing something that's been established already, been proven that it's popular handbag. And at the end of the day, you need to have some bags in your collection that it's maybe not as popular, but it just, you feel comfortable wearing those bags. And nothing wrong with that. Not everybody have to, love every single shape, So, but that's what I said. This is my absolute favorite from non-quota. And when I got it, I think, Amy, you got for the same price. It was 59 Canadian.
Wow.
Yes, 59 plus tax. Yeah.
It was
still early. Yeah,
it was when. Right now, I think it's 78 or 79.
It's so expensive now. Yeah.
They increased 2,000 on that bag because when I look at the bag in the boutique, I was like, oh my gosh, the construction is so difficult. It's not easy construction. It's not Constance. It's not Birkin. This is really difficult.
Yeah, this must be really hard because okay, we're not gonna talk about curves. Like I'm just teasing Kat because that's the problem with I guess when you have a strong opinion and then there are people who are gonna love their bags and then they're gonna feel so sad and disappointed that you're basically making fun of their bags. But I honestly for this bag, just the way they even because you have to heat up leather to make curves like that, right? And then you have to make it so precise because it's symmetrical, right? So the fact that they're able to do something like that, also I was blown away by the construction. I mean, I think like you said, the craftsmanship on this bag, this is the very first and only bag that I've seen done this way. I don't know of any other ones.
The craftsmanship is beyond. It's really difficult to do. So, and that's what I said, this one is 100%, but with new price, maybe it's, unless if you really love it, this kind of unique design, but it's definitely perfect bag for travel. It has so many of those compartments.
Because it doesn't have any that hardware is not
exactly.
It's also easy to close and open, which is what I really enjoy as well.
Exactly. And the other one, I would say, from non-quota that I somewhat like. I mean, Mini Evelyn, it's fun to have, but to say that I absolutely love, this is the only one from non-quota that I truly love. Like I really love. In fact, I was once on the website and there was in Nata handbag, and I actually even have video on my channel, but I was shocked because this one, when I got, maybe it was just a first batch or something, the quality is like, I mean, the stitches, it's perfection, especially because on the gold white stitches, they're so visible. But that was Nata, and on Nata there was a white color of the stitches, so they're not as visible. But the stitches were so bad. Honestly, if I didn't buy from the boutique and I look at that bag, I would have thought that it's kind of fake.
Yeah, I saw your video.
Yeah, it was so bad. The stitches were so bad. I was like, maybe some kind of like, I don't know, entry level,
someone new who was training.
Yeah, I don't know. It was so bad. And I was so disappointed because I want to have it like white color for summer. And I decided to return it. They obviously asking questions why you decided to. I didn't put like, the quality is horrible. I put just like, oh, the color is too yellow, whatever. But I was actually shocked because this one from the first generation, it's like the quality is beyond. I use this bag like if I would go anywhere, I go my fitness, I go to Costco shopping, I travel, I go to dog groomer, I go anywhere, I grab this bag because I know it's unrecognizable, it's very low key, but it's very sturdy and really high quality bag. I feel good about myself, like, it's very high quality bag. So this is the only one I would recommend if you like the shape. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah. This is the only one I truly love. Not just, oh, maybe I will get it. I truly love.
Right.
All right, ladies, I've got to run. I've got a class.
Chat.
Yeah. Thank you, Oxana. I'm sorry. I had to take a last minute pull down my ear, like take a class. So
it's okay. It's
I
good.
will see you again. And thanks everyone for joining.
Okay.
We ended with
we're
the
staying, so the audience is just Kat leaving. We're still staying around. You're doing the 2 hour. But okay, good luck, Kat.
Next week.
Bye, Kat.
Bye. See you next week. Okay, so let's move on to the next question from XXNBA. Oksana, do you feel like Rouge H box goes with everything? I really want to ask my essay for one. Yeah.
I mean, once again, when it comes to Rouge H and the box leather, it's, I guess I am one of those few who truly love this color. I really love the color. In fact, I'm trying to get also this kind of burgundy color from Chanel, but I can't because I want that specific wine color, from Chanel to have burgundy from Chanel. The colors that inside of Chanel flap, that's the ones that I want. I actually brought also, just in case, a little bit of eye candy for everybody.
Nice. Let me just make you bigger. Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's absolutely.
Oh, I love the shine on it. Oh my gosh.
And that's what I say. Like, the box leather, it definitely looks great in black color because it's a classic. You cannot go wrong with the black. But in Rouge H, this wine, it's literally like a wine. Look at this shine. I absolutely
Oh my gosh. Did you actually just, because you know how Hermes, right? There's no way to see the bags or even the colors really before you even get offers. So how did you know you want it in Rouge H? Like, did you just were you just lucky that they offered that one to you, or did you know
No,
about
no,
this
no.
color?
I specifically asked for this color,
Oh.
and that's what I said. It was on my first appointment when I came to Paris, and I got my first appointment, and that's what I said. I came. I was with my Della. You know, I was wearing some also Hermes stuff just to show that I love Hermes. And you know, usually when people come for the visit, they always say, "Oh, I want black, I want a tube, I want gray, I want all these neutral colors." And then, like, you know, I had a little bit chat with her, and then she asked me, "What do you want? Like, you know, what color?" And I said, "I want very specific color. If you can get it for me, I would be really happy. If you cannot get that color, then I will be okay with anything neutral." She goes, "What do you want?" And I said, "Rouge H." She goes like, "What?" I'm like, "Rouge H." She goes like, "Wow, it's not often you hear something like
Yeah.
that." Yeah, I said, "No, I want Rouge H." And she goes, "What leather do you want?" I said, I love Epsom. It's very, very practical leather. And I said, "I will get it in Epsom or in Togo if you have. But if you ask me what I really, really want, I want Rouge H in box." She was on the floor. She was like, "What?" I was like, "I know it's very hard to get because in the previous years, I was trying to get in my local boutique, and they say goes like, "Oh, you know, they almost never do box because they just recently start doing box again." Because I would say for the last like 5 or more or 10 years, they did occasionally, not that they didn't do at all. They did occasionally something in box leather, but it wasn't like Togo or Epsom when they did a lot. But that year when I came, they kind of start doing box leather again. And it was several handbags. It was like, you know, return of the Salia style, etc. And then she asked me, "What bag do you want?" I said, "I want Kelly 25." But I said, if Kelly 25 is not available, I will get Kelly 28 as well. Or I want Birkin 25. And I said, if the Birkin 30 will be available, I will get it. But I said, I already have Birkin 30. At that time, I had just one. I said, I would love to get Birkin 25 because I don't have in my collection. And then she goes, "Okay." And then she left. And then I was like, "Oh my gosh, time is passing." And then she came back, and she came back with the bag, and she was kind of pulling out a little bit of the handles. She was just kind of like, you know, not even showing everything.
Teasing you.
Yeah, she was like, "Rouge H."
So do you wear often? Because you know how like our Canadian harsh winters, right? Like, and do you find that it goes with everything?
It goes with but once again, it's just my personal style because I wear lots of blue. The blue goes very well with burgundy. But in fact, if you wear, let's say, camel, like, you know, color, like say camel coat, and then you have burgundy handbag and even burgundy gloves. But even you don't have to do burgundy gloves, just burgundy bag with camel or with the blue, or for that matter with the gray, any gray color and burgundy bag. Bingo. You know, black, of course, black with burgundy goes well. In fact, I have my Chanel shoes. They're burgundy with black, and the black part of the black, it's kind of a little bit patch of black. It's not box. I think it's more of the patterned leather, little bit patch on the top. So, and that's what I said, even with Chanel shoes, it's looking really great. I find it goes with everything. The only problem with it, as you said, because it's very sensitive to the rain. But I was lucky enough because when I was getting it, they were still giving those, you know, and I'm always have it, you know, in my organizer. I always have it because, like, if there is rain or anything, I just like covering up. But frankly, I'm not using it quite often because it's not easy bag to use. I almost sometimes say, like, you know, Hermes, they're doing this intentionally to us because they're going to say, "Oh, yes, it's fun bag, but this is just like, you know, for occasion." Because if this bag would have longer straps. You don't need Birkin 30.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But because
Mm-hmm.
the straps are so short, you
Yeah.
do need a Birkin 30. You know what I mean? Because this one, it's not a day bag in the sense of the handles.
Yeah.
How you're supposed to go to work, have your telephone, have a cup of coffee, and use this bag. Let's say, like today, I'm wearing this bracelet. I'm not even
I
trying.
know.
Yeah, exactly. Because with the bracelet, you cannot go through. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's little bit of the hassle. You know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely stylish. You feel good about yourself, but is it practical? No.
Yeah.
I
I
think
almost feel like you need this color and this box color in a Rouge H in a Constance.
oh,
I feel
I
like
would
that's what you
love
need.
it. I would love it. You know what? That's what I said. If they would have offered me, but honestly, in box is like I truly believe it's my very very humble opinion that Rouge H looks the best in box,
So nice.
or
Yeah.
it looks very very nice in alligator, like shiny alligator. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty.
Here's the next question for you from the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Exotic bags. Thoughts on it? Pros, cons, quality, price. Is it worth it?
See, I find, especially like nowadays, what's happening, with the economy and stuff. In my humble opinion, it doesn't worth it because the bags
Mm.
are so expensive. And I mean, unless if you're some kind of person that I don't know, dine every day in 5-star, like hotel and like etc., and you just go into specific events and parties nonstop, then yes, it may make sense for you.
Yeah.
But if you're just like regular middle class hardworking person with the money and you want to treat yourself with the exotic, it's okay to have, like nothing wrong with that. But as I said, it's sensitive to the rain. It's like sensitive to the oils. It's on top of everything, like let's say even if somebody doesn't recognize the bag as a Birkin or Kelly, they definitely will recognize that it's exotic. And you're
Yeah.
already a target. You know what I mean? It just simply because it's exotic leather, you're already a target. And anytime, like I wear my exotic, I literally, especially nowadays, I'm kind of like constantly turning around my shoulders, and it's such a not fun feeling to have. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's not comfortable, you know what I mean? And like nowadays, I don't know how's in Vancouver, but in Toronto, Canada, right now, they're stealing cars, like
Oh my
people.
gosh.
The
Yeah.
the
The
situations that
crime.
the
Yeah.
crime is so bad. So
Yeah.
therefore, for me personally, it doesn't worth it. But it's okay. I find it's okay to have in small pieces. Like for example, if you want to have a bracelet, or like once again, if you want to have mini Kelly, maybe just as an evening bag, why not? Because then you're going to wear it only for the special occasion. But then question arise, if you're going to buy a bag for, let's say hypothetically, mini Kelly with the taxes and everything, by now it's close to 40,000 Canadian.
For alligator and crocodile for sure. I think it's close to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's close to 40,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
So say you spend 40,000 Canadian. How often do you wear this bag? How many parties? You know what I mean?
Yeah, not
If you
often.
really think the amount of money and how much fun you could have, you could travel the whole Europe with that money, and
Yes.
and you can take this memory with you, and maybe even also get the bag in Paris.
Yeah.
But keeping in mind pre-spend and the cost of that bag,
Yeah.
in my very very humble opinion, it doesn't worth it for me personally. But as I said, different people, different opinion. People may truly appreciate exotic leathers, and I do like exotic leathers. But once again, travel with exotic, it's so much trouble. Crossing
Custom.
border customs. Oh, what a headache. That's what I said. If you're a billionaire, you're like, flying private
Private jet.
jets. Exactly. Why not?
Well,
Why
that's
not?
I was thinking of your exotic because
Mhm.
yours is half like mainly ostrich and then there's
Ostrich,
a little bit of
alligator.
alligator, right?
Yeah,
So what if this bag, because is yours 30?
30.
30.
Yes.
What if it was, first of all, how, like, you probably don't use it as often because you just explained why, but what if
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was much smaller? Do you feel like it would be okay? Especially the ostrich part, because
Uh,
ostrich is also like, it's gonna not gonna be 40. It's gonna be like a mini Kelly is probably gonna be like what, 20,
20.
22,
Yeah.
23? Yeah, yeah.
No, I would say yes. It will be around 20,000 for mini Kelly 18, maybe even Canadian. For the Kelly 25, it's definitely going to be 25 plus.
Right.
And Birkin 25, it's also 25 plus. But that's what I said. Like, I frankly having this experience, right, of exotic and
Mm-hmm.
owning exotic, and even if it's going to be a small, maybe as I said, mini Kelly, but frankly, I'm not after mini Kelly because for me personally, mini Kelly is too small because I need to have my glasses, like,
Or maybe Constance, since you like the Constance.
Constance in ostrich, yes, 100%.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah, I will be very, very open to Constance in ostrich or even in crocodile. I will be open to, especially in like really nice color. Oh, so nice.
But would you still have the same feelings about, having to spend that much money? Because it's going to be a leather that you'll have to pay double, triple the price of regular leather. And
Yeah.
then you have to be mindful with crocodile or alligator, you have to be mindful of the rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ostrich may be a bit better, but it patinas. So, yeah.
Say, as I said, it's just a personal preferences. Like, some people, they just, after they experience exotic, I remember when I got my exotic, even SA, she goes like, where you go after this, meaning like, what you're gonna go after the exotic. But funny enough, for me, after exotics, I want to get my Epsoms more than ever because I find it's easy. It's no headache. It's no, say, I will give you an example in real estate.
Yeah.
When you first time buy your property, you always normally you buy the small one, and then you feel like, I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna get bigger house, and eventually you get that dream home, like, double car garage, 3,000 square feet, all upgraded, etc. That's what I have right now. But funny enough, when you get that house, you realize, like, how much cleaning you have to do, how much taxes you have to pay, how much you have to pay for heating and cooling, etc. And now I'm saying, like, gosh, I think like maybe in 10 years you're gonna move to something smaller.
Yeah.
Because you almost want to build yourself to that level. Oh, I got it, I made it, I got it, I treated myself. But once you have that euphoria, like, and euphoria is past, and then you realize, it's just a bag with lots of headache. It's just a bag with lots of traveling headache. You're getting target for robbery, etc., etc. And quite often also you're being judged, like, oh, look at, like, so many people are suffering and she's wearing exotic bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Of course I know. Yeah. But I wanted to hear all of that from you because, it's not that I never thought about an exotic bag for myself. Everyone loves the idea of an exotic. For me, it would be a mini Kelly, a red, shiny crocodile.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, so beautiful.
Yeah, so cool.
But where am I going to wear it to? I have nowhere to wear it to.
Exactly. And that's what I said. It's almost, see, it's also, the sensation. Sometimes some of those funky girls, they can wear like huge glasses with a bunch of sparkles and stuff.
Yeah.
And she carry herself in such a way that she's so cool.
Yeah.
I would have looked ridiculous, with those huge glasses.
I would see too.
Like, sparkles, etc. At the end of the day, bag has to complement you. because you are the point, the focal point, and bag is just accessory.
Mhm.
But when bag becomes a focal point and you're just next to the bag, it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me because,
Yeah.
as I said, like, I love, as you said, the idea, and frankly, like I always said, oh, passing through generations. But as this, like, nothing wrong with having it. If you can afford it, why not? But it definitely, the second, not gonna happen in my collection, except maybe, as you said, Constance, or maybe Kelly 25, big maybe, but maybe. But Constance, I would love.
Yeah, I think Constance would look so good on you on like in an ostrich.
Yeah, or
It would
even
look
crocodile, like, you know,
right.
like can you imagine like green crocodile?
Oh, yes.
Or even that Rouge H, because Rouge H, when it's in crocodile, it's not looking so dark. It's looking, I don't know why, it's looking a little bit more like a blood with a little bit darker undertones. I don't know why, but it's looking like really pretty because I saw the swatches, you know, the swatches. You were asking also, how do I know that I want Rouge H? Because I saw swatches in different leathers and I saw how it looks in box. So that's why I want it.
Yeah, I do find that the swatches, sometimes it's still hard to imagine it on the whole bag because the swatch is this small, right? But it's definitely helpful, better than nothing.
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll do this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll do this one last question from this this person also. Oksana, what are your least top 3 used bags?
Oh, the
Top 3
list.
used bags.
My exotic one.
Yeah.
And I would say actually my also, including this one, my Birkin 25, like it's also my least used. And funny enough, my Chanel Classic flap.
Oh,
yeah.
What color is your classic flap?
It's a black. It's black with gold. It's so classy. But I think because I cannot, like, I still can put crossbody, but it sits kind of a little bit high. So because occasionally, especially like I thought when I'm gonna travel, maybe I'm gonna get my classic, but because it's just the shoulders, I feel not comfortable traveling with it. But just as a fun, like, you know, going for the dinner party, etc., why not? I do wear it occasionally, but I wear my minis way more than I wear my classic flap. Way more. I wear my minis. Yeah, I would say, yeah, the exotic, the Birkin 25 because of the handles, and my classic flap. Yeah.
So I said earlier I was gonna, you know, touch on the Chanel because definitely my Chanel journey is come to an abrupt stop because I lost my essay of I don't know. I've been working with her for I don't know how long, so long, many years, and she's been with the company for like 13, 15 years, and she retired. So I'm like, okay, no one knew that I worked with afterwards stuck around. It was a lot of turnovers and just like a lot of changes within the company. I feel like anybody that I meet now, they don't know me, first of all, and then they don't have the same care for customer service anymore. Like I feel like what you said about Hermes, like they're treating you like a second class citizen. I feel that at Chanel, which is so sad because it was my true, you know, kind of my true love of like of a high brand. Like LV I started with, but like Chanel is really the one that I really associate with, and I love the aesthetic. But anyway, how often I would say like between your Hermes and your Chanel bags, how often do you rotate them? Do you rotate them equally? Because I've seen for myself, right? I guess ever since I got into Hermes, I feel like because I spent so much time, energy, and you know money on them, that I really want to try to use them as much as I can. Of course, I only have 365 days like everyone, so I can only, you know, rotate as often as I could. But I feel like my Chanel bags have been neglected slightly, just slightly, except the 22. I do use the 22, but yeah, how do you feel about it?
I actually use my Chanel bags, funny enough, and I use a lot my square.
Uh-huh.
I really love my square, but I love my rectangulars as well. And
Right.
recently also I got a new rectangular one in kind of dark beige. Oh my gosh, I love that bag so much. And as I said, I don't mind to get a second square because the
Mm.
squares that I have, it's with silver hardware, and my daughter loves it because my daughter said if she ever want me kind of to donate my handbags to her, she wants my Chanel mini square with the silver, and she wants my Chanel 19 in goat skin. So these two she's already saying that she wanted.
Right.
And I don't mind to get another square. I actually use my Chanel bags so much. Yeah, I use my seasonal bag as much. It's the name of that seasonal bag is Fashion Therapy. It's
Mm.
also it's similar design as Chanel 19 because it has top handle and it has a full flap, but it's in caviar and it's a dark blue color. And I do wear lots of blue because the blue looks good on me as well. Because sometimes even like see this black, I love black, but sometimes black looks a bit harsh, on me.
Yeah.
But the blue looks really good on me, and I wear lots of blue. So I wear that bag a lot. And then also I wear all my minis. I wear my top handle mini, gray color mini. Oh, I love that bag. I wear my square mini. I wear my red mini. I wear my beige mini. The only mini I don't wear, and it's funny, it's my Chanel top handle mini, the caviar.
Oh,
I
why?
I
Oh, you
never
said
wear.
last time you said you were kind of pressured, like you wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
keep it.
I
Yeah.
It's already like what, 3 years? I haven't worn even once. I got a couple of pictures with it, but I never wore it outside. It's still with the
Oh, that's
stickers and everything.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, when my daughter gonna finish
Yeah.
college, not college, like I mean university, because she's at Toronto University.
Yeah.
When she gonna get her bachelor degree, I'm thinking I'm gonna give away that bag to her. So
Oh, that's a
I'm not,
nice gift.
yeah, so I'm not using it. So
Well,
that's
at least for that one's literally like the hardest to get, right? And
exactly,
they like if you were to buy it in the resale market, it's insane. Even in the
yeah,
market right now, the resale is so
yeah,
bad, but like that bag still resells really, really
yeah.
well. So
Yeah, the
yeah, keep
only
it.
bags, the only bags from Chanel that resells really well right now, it's minis.
Hmm.
Minis is the steel bag from Chanel that
Yeah.
it's almost impossible to get at the boutique, and it still holds the value.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do wear my Chanel handbags. And as I said, the 2 times I was traveling to Europe and Spain and France, I brought both time with me my Chanel Square,
Mm,
and I did wear it all the
very
time.
good.
And even when I'm wearing it, if I worry that maybe I'm in kind of place that people gonna look, I just kind of like cross body and put in my hand just over the Chanel logo. I mean that's it. Just nobody knows.
I also feel like, and I'll pull this next question for our next discussion. I also feel like maybe because I own like even all my bags, Hermes, Chanel, doesn't matter. It's small. They're all
Mm-hmm.
small. So I feel like when I rotate, I'm still rotating a small bag or a mini bag. So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's why I have a harder time getting to my Chanel bags in a way. But maybe it's just temporary since I'm kind of in this phase. But I
Mm-hmm.
have noticed that for sure.
Like I mean, exactly. It as you said, when maybe hopefully you're gonna be done with your Hermes journey,
Yeah.
and as you said, because you're spending so much energy and money, frankly, to get those bags, you wanna wear them, like because you spend so much, you wanna wear
Yeah.
them. But as I said, sometimes, as much as I love my Hermes bags and they're beautiful, don't get me wrong, they're extremely high quality, they're beautiful. But sometimes I get bored, like,
Mm,
and I'm going for my Chanel bags. And even at some point, I will start wearing my Louis Vuitton bags because,
mhm.
you get bored. You want to
Yeah.
wear something different. At least that's how I feel.
Mhm. I understand. So
So what's.
Joe from our audience, she asks, "What do you think of the mini Arson? And between this one and the mini bolide, which one will you pick? So I'm pulling because I know which one it is, but I think maybe
I know the bag. I know
right,
the
but
bag.
the audience, I want to
Oh,
show them
they
as
made
well.
them.
So let me. But yeah, what do you think?
I like that it's kind of more flat.
These two,
You know, and
yeah.
it's kind of sits almost flush with the
Mm-hmm.
body, you know, and definitely practical bag again for the travel. You know, I find it's like could be really practical bag for travel, because if you look at mini Lindy or mini bolide, it's still, especially mini Lindy, it's kind of like really puffy, you know, it's almost protruding of the body. This bag is kind of a little bit more flush, and I think it's a good bag to have. It's definitely a good bag to have. I don't know what's the price for that bag in Canadian or American dollars for that matter, but it's a good bag to have. You know, it's if you get offer the bag and you love it, why not? I think it's a beautiful bag.
I do wonder though. Let me just see if I can share this website now, because one of my subscribers, she got the regular size, size Arson, not this mini one. And in Canadian, I think it was definitely under 8,000. It was 7,000 something plus tax. So it was a really good price because it's the larger one too.
Yeah,
But I do
yeah.
wonder for this mini one, the
I think it
smaller
should be.
one, I wonder if there's a zipper here, because you mentioned travel, right? I would feel kind of
there is a zipper
uncomfortable.
on top. There is
There
a
is?
zipper
Okay.
on the, yeah, there is a zipper on top.
Because I don't think there's a zipper on the large one.
No, but I think this one has a zipper. Maybe
Okay,
because
good.
it's small. I think I saw some of the pictures and it looks like there is a zipper, but I'm not
I see.
100% sure.
Yeah, because for sure I know the large one doesn't have it. So if the small one has it, like you were saying, then yeah, then I would agree. I'm not sure I love how it looks though, like just judging from this picture. Obviously, I don't.
It's very casual and I
Yeah.
would say quite simple construction, maybe with the exception of that hook, because clearly you have to stitch it well because it's assumed that it could handle some kind of weight, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's quite simple construction, like, you know, handbag, in my opinion. But it's okay to have. I wouldn't be like, you know, stumbling, run into boutique to get that bag. But it's nice to have if, like, you know, if you've been offered and you want something very discreet, like, you know, yeah, because it's definitely high quality bag. Why not?
Yeah, the saddle way they make it. Like I do like how this strap is smaller than, like, it's thinner than this one. I feel like this one will always come off the shoulder
It's
though.
gonna come off the shoulders, exactly. And because it's a leather, it's kind of a little bit stiff,
slippery.
Yeah, it's gonna get off the shoulders for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't like the bolide?
Say, I actually been offered bolide twice.
Okay.
The first one I got offer on my first visit to Paris, and it was in beautiful mauve pale, but it was in ever color. I don't know, from all Hermes leathers, even like, let's say exotic, I'm saying that they're kind of like, you know, hard to take care, etc. I don't know why I don't like ever color leather as much. I find it's kind of slouchy, but at the same time it's a little bit thicker and it doesn't hold shape nicely. I like more structured bags per se. So, and it was in mauve pale, and say if someone who really loves pink colors, because I actually asked for nata or cray, because I wanted just a white bag, and I wanted in chevre. I know that you got your black and chevre, because I asked for light color in chevre. I would have kept it for sure, but because I I got it in this light and ever color. I didn't even wear it once. I very carefully looking at home, and then I decided, before I pull any stickers, I better sell it. I sold that bag. I mean, I got all my money back, but not really any profit or anything. I just got my money back from that bag, maybe just a little bit, like, few hundreds. But this time when I came to Paris, I got offered that Della Elan, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I kind of get excited because I know how much I love Della, but that Elan is way bigger than the Della Square, and the construction is so simple. It's just a square. And I don't like it at all. And even I don't like the position of the strap because it's on the side, and you think it would have been a better position, but I didn't like the bag, plain and simple. Keeping in mind how much I love Della, I didn't like that bag. And I came to exchange because I said, I'm sorry, I changed my mind. I don't want this bag. And the only options I got, not the only option, but the ones that I thought could be reasonable, because before I went to boutique, I spoke with my cousin, and I said, listen, I have this bag because I already have it. Do you want it? And she goes like, can you exchange for something? I said, I don't know. I will go and hopefully I will exchange it. She goes, if you can exchange, I want a bolide in the tube as well, because that bag was in the tube. I said, she goes, if you can get it bolide in the tube, I will buy it off you. And obviously I will say you like huge thank you, for bringing for me the bag. And I went, and again, if it would have been a tube in chèvre, I'm 100% kept it for myself. But again, they offered me actually chèvre in, I think it's orange puppy. It's kind of but more red. It's kind of like almost like tomato red.
Yeah.
And but I said at that time, it's actually fun color. Now I'm thinking back, maybe I should have get that one. But I wanted so much in gray color. I wanted like kind of gray. And then they offered me a tube, and because with the stitches, it's looking very nice. And I chat with my, cousin. I said, listen, they're offering me this one for exchange. She goes like, yes, get it for me. So, and I'm pretty much give her that bag. I mean, she just only pay me the cost of that bag. I brought it for her. She's very happy. But for me, bolide in ever color, never again. Even if they're gonna offer me, never again. I kind of very specific on my leathers, and again, love bag, don't love it in ever color. I don't know why. Even like I saw the other day, let's say, even if they're gonna offer me Constance in ever color, I don't want it. I don't know. I don't like ever color, but it's once again, it's my personal opinion, and I know many people actually love it because it's not as stiff as Epsom. It looks more natural, because actually ever color, it's also stamped leather as the Epsom, but often people don't know because it looks soft, so they think that it's natural grain. It's actually not. I don't like it. I don't know why. Doesn't sit well with me.
I never got any Evercolor and have never seen anything in Evercolor, not even on an SLG. But I have been described, and you're saying the same thing. I've been described that even brand new, it looks like used.
Yes.
It has this kind of, it's not even the slouch necessarily. It's just kind of the wave of the, it's like, it's kind of like so lazy. I think
exactly.
That's the word.
Exactly. It's almost, and like I never saw Kelly in Evercolor, but they say the same things. Like, if you get Kelly in Evercolor, like obviously return it. It looks like used already. It's a brand new bag, but it looks like used.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. But as I said, my cousin, she's very happy about it.
So you actually got another mini bolide, but in a tube for her? Oh, how nice of you. So you, like you didn't keep it for yourself?
No. Didn't want it in ever color. I was desperately trying to get in chèvre, because I said, like, if you have, I said gray color in chèvre. They said, no, And I said, okay, what color do you have in chef?
Yeah.
They said, we have that orange poppy. And I'm
Right.
like, maybe I should have asked to see, because I was so determined to
Yeah,
get
you
that
were
gray
set
color.
in your mind.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then they said, we can offer you 2 colors. One of them was, I think, gray misty, like the new one.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's
bluish,
actually,
very dark gray.
I actually didn't like it as
You didn't
much.
like it? Oh.
See, the point is, because it doesn't have contrasting stitches, and I don't know. It's kind of. It was also with the Palladium hardware. I would say again, I didn't like it in Evercolor leather.
Oh, I
I
see.
think if it would have been in Epsom, it would have looked differently, because Epsom takes colors so beautifully. You know what I mean? I didn't like it. I find that bag is almost um, it's almost like dusty dark gray, like, if I could describe. But the color is beautiful. I just didn't like it in the Evercolor leather.
Mm.
And then they offer me in a tube, with the contrasting stitching, and I was actually playing with the idea to keep it for myself, but I already promised,
Yeah.
to give it away, and I give it away, that bag. Yeah.
So very generous of you. So what
Thank you.
I like, hearing from this is my question now. I guess we're gonna take a slight break from the general question, but because you have so much experience now with the Paris Hermes appointment. Obviously, you have to do the lottery, like, kind of enter every day, but like we all say, right? Like I still haven't traveled to Europe since my last trip pre-pandemic. But we always say like, oh, like if I go to Paris, I'll get a bag, because it's sort of like almost like dreaming about going. But then I also, in my logical mind, I also think like, okay, airfare, and then you have to make time. Like you're really just going there for a bag. Like that makes no sense. I wouldn't really do that. But at the same time, it's kind of nice to do that. Like I almost like dream about like, okay, it'll just be a shopping trip, girls only, blah, blah, blah. So how do you feel about that? Like having had all the experiences that you've had.
Yeah. See, the point is, because for me personally, I didn't really travel from Canada, to get to Paris, because I went to Europe. I was
I
in
see.
Spain. I
Yeah.
was in Spain. I was spending 2.5 months, 3 months in Spain.
Right.
And then, like, you can just only travel so much, in close
Exactly.
cost. So I was just, okay, I'm gonna go to Paris. Why not? And because I never been in Paris when it was first time. And I went, and in fact, I applied. It was on the fourth day, when I applied several times, and each time it's just like, nothing. And I was even setting for myself, listen, if it's not gonna happen, I came to Paris, I went to all these boutiques, like, I got some stuff. Even in Paris, it's always cheaper than, like, I shouldn't say cheaper, because it's anyway expensive, less expensive, than in Canada. And for myself, I said, like, you know what, if it's not gonna happen, it's okay, but it would be nice to get. And then on my 5th day, I got the appointment. And I was very happy about it. So, like, as I said, it was just really lucky. And especially because I got my Birkin 25. You know how much we have to spend here in
Oh my
Canada
gosh.
to
So
get
much
Birkin.
for box?
Yeah, it's so crazy.
And it's
but even don't
not even
like,
available anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Any Birkin, any Kelly
Yeah.
25, or any mini. Like, see, if I would have been after mini, maybe I would have asked for mini. But see, I'm not after mini. I love idea of mini. I love how it looks like on somebody else, but for me personally, it's too small. I'm much better with my Chanel mini top handle, or with my Chanel minis or square. I love the look of that. So I'm definitely, again, if I would have get offer mini, it's not that I'm going to say no, I'm not going to take. Of course I'm gonna take it, because like I have a daughter, why not? But me myself, I'm not actively pursuing the mini. And that's how it happened. If I would have been just going from Canada directly over there, just in a hope to get a bag,
Probably not worth it.
maybe it doesn't make any sense. But because like I was there already, I was in Europe, I love to travel, I love to see places, I love new experiences, so why not? Why not?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because of course we say that on the luxury community, right? Oh, just go to Paris and get it. But like every time I thought about it, like seriously, I'm like, no. I mean, I tried it in Hawaii, even then it's so stressful.
Yeah.
I mean, but going all the way to the France and Europe is even worse. It's far away. It's way more expensive to
and
like day to day. Yeah.
And Paris also is dangerous city.
Yes.
You know how to act. And also don't forget, because say I even heard that when you travel to Paris, because like those like bad people, like crooks, they quite often target specifically like Asian people, like because they know that your guys coming there with money quite often, also especially from China, they come in with cash. They travel and they know that they go to specific boutiques, like so it's sometimes they even waiting outside for the like nobody is waiting for me, because like
you just look like them.
They don't know what I have in my bag, and especially if you don't have anything flashy, like Burkini, like what I mean. I'm just
I know totally. I know.
Yeah, I'm totally blending, like I'm the same as everybody. And the last time I was there, I was also wear something so casual, like so like blending in, like don't even kind of trying to grab attention to myself, like very very plain, simple. If you don't know, you don't know, like something like that. But if you're asking me just traveling specifically, I wouldn't say it's like worth the expense, because say from me, when I was in Spain already, the cost of that ticket was 138 Canadian dollars. From
per day.
Just to go from Spain to Paris, 138 Canadian dollars, what, $100 US? Why not?
Because you're already there, and if you're staying so long,
exactly. I'm already there. Why not just go and travel? So that's how I see it.
Great answer. Okay, from Miss Jean. Hi, ladies. What are your thoughts on buying multiple Hermes Oran sandals?
Orans. I don't know. What do you think, Amy? I will let you answer this one.
I don't own Oran sandals because I tried them so many times. Like every time I try them, they just don't work for my feet. I cannot walk in Oran sandals.
I know. It's like, see, when it comes to Hermes shoes, it doesn't matter what I buy from Hermes. I buy boots, I buy sneakers, I buy shoes, I buy different sandals. It's always size 37. Size 37 fits perfectly. When it comes to Oran, I purchased once size 37. They kind of fit okay on top. Not very tight, but okay, little bit even loose. But I find that it's kind of a little bit shorter than normal size 37. And I like, okay, I got it. I actually love the ones that I got. It was combination with the gold leather and denim. They were very limited edition. I love those sandals. But I find that almost like my heel is a little bit hanging on the back. I was like, it doesn't look right. Okay, I sold them. And then I heard from someone, they said, like, what, with Orans, you have to get half size bigger. So I got size 37 and a half. So now they're okay in length, but because the width, I guess, with this is getting bigger, so I'm literally can go through them. They're so uncomfortable. I got them, like my second one, I got them 2 years ago. And literally these 2 years, I maybe wore them, I don't know, 3 times within all 2 years. Anytime I wear them, I get such a blisters. But saying all that, because as you said, they don't work for your specific feet. There is so many girls, they actually love Oran.
I
because
know. I don't know how.
See, I think if you have enough width in your foot that they're actually like, the top is grabbing your foot, like
Yeah.
almost hugging really
Yeah.
nicely, then when you're walking, they're not slipping easily.
Yeah.
In my case, when I'm walking, it looks like almost like
Flying off. That's
flying
exactly
off.
what's happening to me.
Yeah, they almost flying off my feet. So for me personally, they don't work out. I notice that they don't work out, and I don't think I ever gonna buy another Oran, but never say never. But so far, not so great experience. But I know many girls love them because, like, if they fit you well, they could be like easy shoes to wear, like, all summer long. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't own any Orans, and I tried so many times, but I do own the new one that they have this year with the little bit of heel, the block heel, so with the strap. So that one's great. I own 2 pairs. And then for the cheap sandals, the dad sandals, I own 5 pairs. So I would say, answering this question, if it was a different shoe, I think it's okay to own multiples, because for me, I like matching my outfits with the same colors. So I find that having more options is just kind of awesome. So I don't feel guilty about owning so many. I mean, it does sometimes still feel excessive, because if you think about, oh, I own cheap sandals, and that's like equivalent to, well, right now, especially with the price increase, it's equivalent to, I don't know, a deposit on a car. Like it's insane. It's a lot of money on shoes, and that's just the cheap sandals, not even counting everything else. But then, you can't think that way, I suppose.
Hey, as you said, if they work out for you, those specific stuff, like for example, like, some people like Hermes bracelets, and they have in every single color for every outfit. And some people don't, because, like, they find it's bulky, they don't like it, etc. It just what works for you, for your specific style, for your specific even aesthetic, like, the way you like to dress up. So why not? Why not? I would say, answering that question, if you love them, go for them. Like, why not? Yeah.
So I don't want to leave out this question quickly. Thoughts on solitaire pendants? I'm assuming she means diamonds. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm assuming, once again, solitaire, it's like there is a from Cartier and there is a from Tiffany. It just depends which one. It could be even no brand, because frankly, if you're just gonna get a beautiful diamond, sometimes even like really high quality, it doesn't have to be Cartier, because nobody can recognize that. But it's nice. It's nice to have. My daughter, she has. It's a gift from grandparents. She has just one in white gold. Yeah, she loves it occasionally, because also, I would say, on somebody who is very young, it looks so pretty, it's so delicate, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Why not?
I think it's something that, even if you don't have the budget now, that you would eventually want to get it, because it's the most classic, timeless piece you'll ever wear. And it can be worn like every day, and it can also be easily layered with any more chunky necklaces.
Exactly.
So yeah,
it's pretty much, if you wanna wear like diamond studs, it doesn't matter. You can have an evening dress or every day, just a diamond studs. They're always classy. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Okay, I know these are the questions that you got from Yelena. What's the next best bag to get from Hermes after Kelly 25 gold on gold?
Oh, that's a nice one. Gold on gold, Kelly. Congratulations. It's a beautiful one, for sure. I would say, if you would have asked me, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I would have said Birkin. But now definitely Constance. Definitely
Ah,
Constance. See, once again, it just depends. Do you want to have a bag as a status, like, that you have a bag, and if you need to be somewhere, that, okay, listen, I have a Birkin. Yeah, it's of course nice to get. But if you asking me the bags that you want to use, and my personal opinion, Constance. And especially if you can get, like, as you say, if you have a nice essay and they're not gonna count as a quota bag, oh, sure, get Constance. Yeah.
good answer. Yeah, I feel like unless you're really after, you're really after like the whole, like you want the whole family of quota bags.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because I always try to work on the most difficult ones first, kind of get over it and try to get them as, because it's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work, effort, money, time that you're investing in getting them. I'm assuming also if you're getting it in your home store, right?
Yeah.
But otherwise, go for the bag that you feel like you're going to use the most. And that you're not going to worry so much. I think that's the big, that's something that, I still love my Birkin 25, don't get me wrong. Maybe because all my bags are black, so I don't really worry so much, actually. Which works out to my advantage. Everyone feels that my collection's boring. It's fine with me. I actually love black.
It's very classy. Nothing wrong with black bags. Because at the end of the day, we use black the most.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would say also, if I could add something to that, I don't know how in that specific or in her specific local boutique, but I think it's okay to ask your essay. If you think about next bags that you want to get, ask to try on if they have something in boutique. And even if they're going to say, oh, we don't have it, sorry to say, BS, because they do have. And in fact, each boutique, they're supposed to have that specific bag only for try on, like, kind of like display bag they're supposed to have, and just ask, to try on. Just ask to try on, like ask for the Birkin if you want Birkin 25 or Birkin 30. Ask also for Constance 18 or 24 if you want. Just like, ask, why not?
Recently, I've seen that the stores, especially like since I started shopping in 2021, when they had nothing on display, and then this past couple years, so many bags on display, quota, non-quota, seasonal bags. Definitely easier to try on even the display one these days. They don't sell it, but they will let you try it.
Absolutely. And even if they're gonna say, oh, it's just display, we're not supposed to let you try, that's not true. You can
wear the gloves.
Yeah, exactly. Just press it very gently, but saying, though, you know what, I still want to try. I understand I will wear gloves, as you said, but I want to try. Nothing wrong with that. Because, see, once again, quite often, we almost like afraid to ask for something. You spend this unobscene amount of money without even trying. Nothing wrong to ask, to like, and they almost like behave sometimes that, they're better than us. No, just ask, and if they treat you badly, no, just brush it off. Brush it off. At least you know exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Ella, what bag do you use the most?
Yeah, I think I already.
Is it the Della?
It's a Della. Yeah. Della I use the most. It's like I use it all the time. But now, since I got my Constance, actually I have my Constance also. I just pulled the stickers off, literally.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting. Waiting.
No, I also waited a few months and I pull my stickers off, or just like that. And because now I got this one in black. It's black Epsom with rose gold.
Very
This
nice.
is not yellow, it's rose gold. So pretty. Because I got this one, I also, use it all the time. But that's what I said before, because I have Della for longer. And this year, if everything is okay, I'm actually planning to travel with my Constance. Because as you said, you can turn around, nobody see
Yeah.
that logo. It's just a black bag in Epsom. Who knows what Epsom, if you're not into Hermes, nobody
Mhm.
knows. But even if you're not into Hermes, nobody knows that H logo, come on.
More people know about it now, but I feel like with the Constance, it's still closer to your body. You can wear
Yeah.
crossbody, and then you can, inside out. So
Yeah.
it's definitely, I feel like it's a safer bag to travel
Yeah,
with. And
exactly.
I feel like it's not so easy to open either.
Oh, definitely. Because
Yeah.
right now, since I'm already start wearing it, it's much easier. But when I got new, oh my gosh, it's almost impossible to open. Yeah, it's so hard to open.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Before it was always Della,
Right.
but now they kind of almost competing. It's Della and Constance, because I
Right.
still love my Kelly. I still love my Birkins, but I find that if I'm gonna wear Birkin, I know that I have to go to some place, for the meeting, go to a restaurant, or just go for, coffee. Maybe some kind of luxury shopping, because I have to be somewhat presentable. But with Della or even Constance, I can wear it anywhere. I don't have to think twice where I'm going. Yeah, just wear it. Just use it as a normal bag, and any normal bag.
Right. So this is just for Grace, because she was asking earlier, what's the name of the bag? So it's Della Cavalleria.
Della Cavalleria, yeah.
Yeah.
It's this one is looking. Often, if you're gonna ask a say, they just know by Della. Oh, like that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna ask, they know just by Della.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got mine because I saw your video, right? Because you were the first one to get in Canada, right? One of the first people.
Yeah.
And then the moment you showed it, I told my SA, I'm like, oh, I'm interested in this bag. Can I see it or whatever? And he's like, oh, we
don't
have
even know.
never heard of it. They haven't got any. And so I remember it was quite a few months later, because you got it like in the year before. You got it in like Christmas or around that time, right?
Yeah, at the Christmas time.
And my essay, they haven't, I guess it's slower to come to Vancouver. I don't know. But yeah, it took a few months before we got any shipment. And I think I was one of the first to get here, which is kind of funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to my local boutique, I saw that runway show, because I think it came on the runway show in 2020, actually.
Yeah, it was.
I think 2024. Yeah. And it came in the larger size. Actually, on the runway show, it was a larger size. And then I saw somebody on the, I think it's a purse forum. The people were chatting about Della, and they said there is a mini. And I never even saw, how it looks like. And then I asked my essay, I said, listen, this is the bag. It was from the show. I show her picture, and she goes, oh yeah. She goes, do you know what's the name? Exactly the same things. I said, I think it's called Della Cavalleria. And then I think it was the boutiques, they have buyers, and you can actually request if you're interested in the bag, and especially because it's not quota, they will be okay to sell it to you. And I actually requested, I said, if you're gonna get mini, I want to look at it. So she called me first time, because the first time they got in blue color in Tadillac leather.
Right.
It was very pretty, but I told her, listen, I want this bag as everyday wear. I want in durable leather. I want an Epsom. And I said, I love blue color. I would get it in blue, but I want something really neutral that goes with everything. And also, I didn't like the Tadillac, because the Tadillac was literally 2,000 more than Epsom, because
Mm-hmm.
at that time the Epsom was 5,900, but I think Cadillac actually even more than 8,000. It was $8,050.
Right.
I was a little bit shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, 2,000 plus. So I didn't get it. So I said, oh, it's beautiful. I love everything. So at that time, I actually tried on the size, the construction, and everything. And I said, if you're gonna get it in the Epsom, like a tube or gold or black, just let me know. I will buy it. Yeah, that's exactly what. And then she called me before Christmas. So,
Nice.
yeah. And I got
Nice.
it, and I never regretted that I got this bag, because
Yeah.
even I said by now they already increased 2,000. I know it's a not a quota bag, but I'm absolutely positive even if I want to sell it, I'm gonna get all my money back, even as
Oh,
a
you
used one.
will.
Yeah, you
For
know.
sure.
So it was a good investment. It was good
Yeah.
investment in the sense that I can use it, and if I need money, I can always sell it.
That's what I do with Chanel when there's a new, like a brand new design that comes out. And if I like it, obviously I will only buy if I like it. But if I like it already, then I would try my best to get it as soon as possible, because you can't get it for cheaper than that.
Yeah,
Usually,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Unless you wait, and then maybe the resale market, depending on how it does, right? But that is also what kind of motivated me. I'm like, oh, this is a non-quota bag, so definitely I don't want to. I don't want to be able to, like, I want to be able to get it as early as possible and not have to go through hoops and
yeah,
like pre-spend. Like there's no pre-spend on those, I
yeah,
guess, but you still have to have, like, they won't just offer it to anybody because they only
yeah.
get a few, right? So
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And once again, as I said, even if you have to do pre-spend, at least
Mhm.
you're doing pre-spend, buying some handbags. You know,
Mhm.
if something, at least you have that kind of leverage in your pre-spend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. If you could add 3 more quota bags. I think you kind of said that you don't want any, but if you could add 3 more quota bags, what would they be?
I mean, I could add. It's not that I want to pre-spend for that.
Right.
If I could add 3 more handbags, I know for a fact what I want. I want Kelly 25, again, as I said, in gray color. Or, as I said, I don't mind even get Kelly 25 in red, like Rouge Kazakh, or
Mm.
even like Rouge Viv, really bright red. Or if
Mhm.
it's gonna happen, Rouge H, you know, I will get it as well. So like gray or red, like really nice to get. Kelly 25, and in the same color scheme, Constance 18, I would love to get in gray, or a tube, or like red. I would love to get it in red, or for that matter, again, in white color, like, you know,
Mm.
white, or gray, or nata. There is a new color also right now. I think it's called mushroom. I really love that color. It's
Last year, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
very, very soft, kind of grayish. Also, there is another color, beautiful beton. I love
Mhm.
beton, like really nice color. So
Mhm.
yeah, like, you know, Constance in that color, yeah, why not? I know for a fact I'm not after Birkin 25. I love the bag, I hate the handles.
Mm.
Honestly, if they would have made longer handles on Birkin 25, nobody ever need to buy any other bag, you know.
That's such a good point. Actually, that was the next question. But I will also answer this because I kind of dreamed too. If I could add 3 more quota bags, definitely another mini Kelly, but kind of like even more neutral, like cool tone. I want another Kelly 25 as well, but
Also in
lighter
gray,
color.
lighter
'Cause I already
color.
have so much black. I want like a lighter color. And then you know what?
What about
I'll
red? I know you love red.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna add another mini Kelly, but in red.
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I'll do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You need red color. You need
I
red
know.
color because I got my Chanel, mini Chanel in red, and I thought like, oh, you know what? I not really much of the red person because I don't wear anything so bright.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I love that bag. I wear it so much. I surprised myself. I really wear it so much. Yeah.
Yeah, red is my red. It's kind of funny. Nobody would believe me when I say that, but like red is actually my favorite color since I was such a little child. I always pick red if I could wear red. My coat was red, my dresses were red. But as I grew older, it's not that I don't wear red. I actually wear red really well, but I feel like it's such a strong color. You stand out all the time.
You
So
grab
which is why,
attention.
you
Yeah.
know, it's still my favorite color, and I hope eventually I'll get a Hermes bag in red because it would be like literally the last straw. I say that this next bag that I'm working towards is the last, but like that would be like the cherry on top if I could get like another one and it's a red because I still want the neutral first. I guess I'm that safe, like kind of safe. But yeah, I will get a red for sure if I could, like, you know.
Red is beautiful color. And
Mhm.
again, listen, as you said, maybe if you're gonna shy away from the clothing, like in red, because as you said, it grabs so much attention.
Yeah,
Having a red accessory, it's not the same as wearing like red dress
true,
or red coat, because
true.
a red accessory is just like pop of colors that kind of
Yeah.
brighten up your outfit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll get
Red.
it in Paris. I'll ask for I don't want to pre-spend for red, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you still have to pre-spend the same ratio, which is
yeah.
like nothing wrong with red. Again, I love red, but like I just feel like, oh, if I'm gonna spend that much money, I'm getting a neutral. That's how I
Yeah,
feel, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, anyway, last question. And you were already kind of talking about it. If you could change one thing about one of your H bag, leather, hardware, size, what would it be? Let's just say more than one bag. Just change anything you want
Um,
on any of your bags that you feel like.
mm,
No, we talked about the
oh,
Birkin 25, longer handle.
yeah, Birkin 25, longer handles for sure. Also, I really love the construction of the salier because it's definitely very dressy, like that.
Oh,
It's
sorry, let
definitely
me.
very dressy. But I think because they do not often, but they do Birkins also return. They do Birkins return, not very often, but they do. But yeah, maybe
In
in
box?
yes, they do. Yeah,
Oh.
it's very very rare because it's also lots of work to do because I think I saw also they do also Kelly return in box,
Mhm.
not often, but they do. So this is also another options. Um, any because my collection right now is so coordinated because I pretty much got whatever I really want
Mhm.
because so many of the bags if I didn't want I was just kind of like saying no, I don't want it. um the only maybe Birkin 25 just to make
Right.
the handles longer. In the color scheme, I would say, again, if you're talking about maybe safe, just to have the Birkin 13 black because it's more safe. But then again, if I'm thinking back, no, I still love, the color. I still love the gold because I do really wear it. And see, once again, I can wear any pretty much tone. I can wear even beige, and at the same time, I can wear gray, like, colder tones. But I find that if someone worries that gold on gold is so kind of warm tone, it's really nice to wear something cooler toward your body or toward your face. For
Mm.
example, it looks absolutely perfect with whites, or with the or blues definitely cooler tones. Like, you know how nice it looks with denim. It so complements denim very well, because also, like, I find that gold is more casual, you know, and I really love gold on Birkins. I'm okay with Kelly's gold on gold. Obviously, if somebody gonna offer you, you will grab and go. You know what I mean? But my personal choice, it's still Birkin gold on gold. Why? Because Birkin is a little bit more casual.
Yeah.
And the gold, I find gold color is more casual. So that's why I really love it in Della, because it's very casual. You know what I mean? So, yeah. To be honest, it's almost sad to say, but I don't want to change anything about my handbags. I really love them all. Whatever I have, if the bag didn't work out for me, I never shy away of saying that, you know, I tried this bag, but it didn't work out for me. I potentially don't like handles. I potentially don't like the leather. I potentially don't like the closure, etc. I don't, you know, hang around if I don't like it, if it doesn't like it. Because at the end of the day, you know, bag has to serve a purpose. Bag has to serve you, not the other way around. But I still love my Birkin 25, even with the handles, even with everything. I still love it.
Absolutely.
What about you, Amy? What do you change?
Well, I actually kind of understood the questions differently. But if I could change the design of a bag, it would actually add a back pocket to the Constance 18. That would be like what I would do. Other than that, from my own collection, what would I change? I don't really want to change anything, because that would imply that I regret a decision, right? But if, let's just say I would change something, I want to change the mini boli to a lighter color, because again, I just keep getting black, and I guess maybe because Canada just gets a lot of neutrals.
Yeah,
We get so many neutrals, and it's actually harder to get a pop of color in Canada. I guess if they get a pop of color, they offer it to customers who've been around for a long time, maybe.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just the stock is it's just not as good, right?
Yeah. Limited.
So I would change the boli to a white. I don't know, to a white, to a red, actually. Yeah. Another color. But I still love it in the black, because at the end of the day, I took it because I really love the leather, and I didn't have any chèvre.
Chèvre is beautiful leather.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. I don't mind to get something in chèvre. That's what I said. Kelly 25 or Constance in chèvre also beautiful, and especially in color. That's what I said. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. And then another thing I would change, if I were to change it, is, you know how I got the Kelly 28, the white one? I love the color so much. I just find the bag a bit big. So I would change it to a Kelly 25.
Especially in white color, because I have Kelly 28 in black. I find that in black it's okay, you know, and I really love it. And again, I love it as a day bag. Because even, say, hypothetically, people saying, oh, Kelly 25, you can wear it as an evening bag. But I'm very respectfully disagree, because even Kelly 25, it's not an evening bag.
It's kind of big still.
It's still big, you know, for you cannot go to wedding or, like, I don't know, some kind of event with Kelly 25.
Like a black tie.
Yeah, exactly. You need mini Kelly or clutch or mini Chanel, something like that, you know, smaller, more elegant, you know, bag. Though, I mean, nothing wrong with the Kelly. And it's also, don't forget about the size. It depends how tall are you, how voluptuous are you. Because at the end of the day, it's everybody's own decision and whatever makes someone happy. But let's say I would like, if somebody 6 feet tall and like really voluptuous lady, that mini Kelly would look like, you know, like a child bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the bag has to complement you.
Yeah.
And, you know, such a small bag on the larger body will make you look even bigger, bigger than you really are. You know what I mean? Because you have to also think very, very strategically of the size of the bag, how that bag makes you look. Does it make you look slimmer? Does it make you look bigger? Does it make you look taller, shorter, etc.? You know what I mean? Because the bag also can make or break your outfit, I would say, you know.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, at the end of the day, they are called accessories, right? They are supposed to complement your outfit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's what I said. Sometimes I'm looking at the like really big tall girls, and I'm not talking like excessive extra. No, not even weight. Let's say you're very, very slim, but you're tall, like really tall, and with that little mini bag, it looks funny. You know what I mean? It looks really funny. At the first time when I saw Mini Kelly in Paris, because you know in our local boutique you cannot even see it. Because before I even saw it, I still was toying with the idea maybe I want to get it. But when I saw that bag in Paris, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Because it's so tiny,
It
it's so
is.
skinny, it's literally this much skinny, and it's so small, like nothing fits in that bag. And I mean it's cute accessory, as you said, it's really, but for my personal needs, because I need at least, like, you know, my wallet, I need my even the small wallet, even the just couple of credit card, I need my phone, and I need my glasses, you know. And for example, Constance to go, because this time around when I was in the Paris again, because they offer me Constance 18, they offer me Constance to go, and they offer me also Mini Evelyn in the new color. What's that color? Beige Marfa.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, but I said I don't want Mini Evelyn because I have it in a tube, not in a tube, in a tan. I have it in a tan, and my daughter mostly wears it. I said I don't want it because I have it in a gray color already. Actually, a tan, I really love it. I love a tan way more than what's that? Misty, new color.
Gray misty.
Gray misty. I love a tan more than gray misty. And yeah, they offer me the Constance to go. I try it, but the glasses doesn't go in, like I cannot close it.
It's
So
too thin.
yeah, exactly. So I politely declined. And people said like, oh, you should have get it, like, you know, because we can flip it or whatever. No, I don't want it. Some things that I don't want it. The only reason I ever sold my bags, because something went wrong, I didn't like it. Let's say I feel not comfortable wearing the color, I feel not comfortable wearing the leather, I feel not comfortable, like leather is too heavy. For example, 24 when they just got it, and I got it in Turilium Clemence. It was, oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Oh my goodness. I'm talking about, like, you know, you have a dumbbell in your bag.
And you're strong and you find it heavy.
Yeah, you know, it's so crazy. So, and that's what I said, like, I didn't like the leather. It was very durable, very robust leather, but it's so heavy. So that's like, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So
yeah, that's why sometimes I do have like sentimental attachments to things, but then once you get over it, they're just things, right?
yeah,
And
absolutely.
so it's better to let go so that the new stuff can come in that will serve you better and don't have to listen to all the noise, right? Like your own voice is sometimes the noise, but there's also other people, thinking that you shouldn't have sold it or blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, is what works for you, right?
Absolutely. It's your money. It's your handbag collection. It's your life. Whatever works, why not? And again, it's okay, like, you know, it's okay to get recommendation, because I always looking also for recommendation, on the YouTube. That's why we are watching each other, because we are getting these recommendations. But I find out whatever may work for somebody else may totally not work for me, and vice versa. And nothing wrong with that, because we are all different. We don't have to love all the exactly same things. And at the end of the day, I would say, if you're really handbag lover, I truly believe you should have at least one handbag in your collection that say, for fact that nobody has it. For fact, you're never going to get your money back. But these bags that makes you happy, absolutely happy. Because I think you have Celine. I think Celine.
I do. I have the trapeze.
Trapeze. And it's like almost nobody ever talks about the bag. And then, for example, I would say, I remember you purchased your Dior, mini Dior bag. With the Dior right now, the prices are so crazy.
I know.
And for fact, you're never going to get your money back, on the Dior bag.
Never selling that bag.
But that's what I said, because you really love that bag. It's something, for you. For fact, if you try to sell it, you're going to lose at least 50%. But it's something that you want to have in your collections that totally different. Because, yes, we all love popular handbags, and they're popular for the reason, because they've been tested already through years, and sometimes through generations, because they're old handbags, and that's why they work out. But at the end of the day, I would say, if you're truly handbag lover, you should have at least something. Like, for example, Kat didn't like the Della, but that's the point. I'm absolutely positive there is something in Kat collection that totally unique to her. You know what I mean?
For sure. We each do.
Exactly. And somebody may say, like, why would she even spend money on that bag? But she loves it. Something that totally unique to her style, something that she truly loves. For example, in my collection, I would say this is Valextra. Nobody because that bag is, I am telling you, it's such a high quality. It's such a high quality handbag. They're expensive, so they're very expensive. And I know for a fact, I will never going to get my money back if I want to sell the bag. And in fact, maybe not even get money back. Not every consignment boutique will take it, because they don't know the bag. It's expensive bag, but very not well known. Let's put it this way, But I have it because I love it. And I truly believe it's something that's different in my collection, kind of sets me apart, because that's what I love. And nothing wrong with that,
Absolutely.
We could have something different, and that's the uniqueness of your color. Like, that's what I said. I tried Dior so many times, but I cannot pull my wallet because for that bag. I love it. I love to look at it. And that's what I admire about you, because you decided, yes, I love this bag and I want to spend this kind of money, on the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just take the plunge and then you know that it's just going to be a forever bag. It's a passion purchase. It's not for anything else. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'll just pull this last comment. VJ Love says, I'm a big and tall girl and I love my mini galleries.
Good for you. Good for you. But that's what I said. If you love it, who I am, or anybody else, to say, if it makes you feel good, why not?
Yeah.
Exactly. Why not? If it makes you feel good, why not? Wear it. It's that's the same way. I remember I was just watching the other day Juicy Lou, and she is so tiny. She is like and she wears Birkin 35, and she says that she loves it. She's so tiny. I think she's just 5 feet, and she's wearing Birkin 35.
Yeah.
Why not if she loves it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Good for you, girl. Enjoy.
Yeah, wear what you love.
Yeah,
Well, thank you so much, Oksana.
Thank
It's
you.
so amazing to catch up with you.
Thank
And
you.
I hope that our next catch up is going to be sooner than a whole year.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Thank you very much for inviting me. And again, guys, if I said something that you disagree with
Don't worry
me,
about it.
no, it's actually fine. And if you have something to say, comment for Amy, and we're gonna read those comments together, right?
Yes, yes. I mean, we're all entitled to our difference of opinion, but it's, it's just agree to disagree. It's
Exactly.
fine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no one's gonna think about everything the same way as everyone. Otherwise, then we're
It
all
would be
gonna be the same. It's
boring.
boring. Yeah,
Exactly. What is
exactly.
your collection? Oh, I have A, B, C, D. Oh, I have the same. Bye. You know what I mean? Yes, that's why we have different collections, and that's why we love different things.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, everyone, please follow Oksana.
Oh,
Her
thank you.
channel's already linked in the description, and yeah,
Thank you.
hopefully we'll catch up with you. Maybe by end of year we'll catch up again. I'll try to get a hold of you if you're not traveling again. So
I actually, if everything is well, I'm gonna be
Uh-huh.
traveling. I think in January.
Okay, so maybe before that, I'll try
Yeah.
to catch you in December. But in any
Okay.
case, thank you so much for spending 2
Yeah.
straight hours with us. I know
Thank
it's
you.
late already.
Yeah.
But
Thank you
yeah,
so
have a
much.
good night and good weekend. And yeah, for the rest
Yeah.
of you guys, I'll see you next
Bye,
week.
guys.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Oksana. Bye.
Bye.